What is up, my beautiful campers? Welcome back to another video. Today on the channel, we are going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram and also on my YouTube to send me questions so I can answer them for you guys, because there is mm, there's like a whole new little like section of y'all that just recently came onto my channel because of my tent video. So I wanted to answer some questions that you guys may be having, pondering in your head and stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. So first question. Well, all these questions are very intense, okay? Like, I don't think any of the questions are really that like simple, but we're just gonna go down the list. It's gonna be out of order. Let's just do it. Okay. What is your dream blunt rotation? My dream blunt rotation at the moment would honestly probably just consist of, I don't even know, yo. I definitely would want Trisha Paytas there, but I would want to hang out with her sober first, and then we like hang out and like do a blunt rotation. You know what I mean? I would want Trisha there. I would want Lola Young there. I would want, who else would I want there? Definitely Trisha and Lola Young. I feel like that's, Trisha, Lola Young, Chris from that podcast. I forget the name of the podcast. And Chris Flemings as well. We'll have that be the quadruple people that I have there. Because I don't know, I want to be able to laugh and I want to be able to have a good time, and I feel like with all those people I'll have a really good time. Do you believe in the afterlife? Yes, I do. It's just a very convoluted conversation for me because I believe in the afterlife, but I also don't really know what it looks like or anything. I don't really know what it would be. There's times where I feel like we're currently in the afterlife. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of depends on which day you catch me. But I would say yes, I do believe in the afterlife, and I both love and hate the days where I feel like I'm currently in the afterlife. So there's that. Bad date stories. The worst date. I think there's also another one in here. Crazy date stories. Yeah, okay, we'll do a double whammy. So this is a bad slash crazy date story. I think I've already talked about it before, but maybe I only talked about it in live. But there was this one time I was going through mania and I was just fiending for like human connection and like human oneness, and so I was on Instagram and someone texted me, and since I was in mania, I thought it was like a sign from God. So I answered it, and it was someone being like, "Yo, like, do you want to like hang out? Like, do you want to like talk and like hang out and da da da?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, like we could talk." And so like we talked for like 2 or 3 hours right through text, and there was multiple alarm bells, but since I was high up there in fucking mania land and fucking psychosis land, I wasn't really paying attention to the alarm bells. Um, so he was like, "I want to take you out to dinner, and then like we can, go back to my pad and like da 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 da, like hang out and shit." And I was like, "Okay," thinking that like men have boundaries, thinking that like men are, not going to be weird. Stupid fucking of me to think that, but I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so then he comes, he picks me up, and then I'm all dressed up, girl, because he said he was taking me out to dinner. This motherfucker is like, "I got about $100, so we can either go get pizza or we can go get Chick-fil-A." And I was like, "Okay." And so then I was like, I should have left right then and there. I should have honestly left the car right then and there. But we were already on the freeway, girl. So I was like, okay. I was like, I guess we could get Chick-fil-A because I wanted a salad. You know what I mean? I was like, I want a Chick-fil-A salad. I never get myself that. So I was like, let's just go get Chick-fil-A. And so then we got Chick-fil-A. He paid for the Chick-fil-A. And then we ate the Chick-fil-A. We go to his house. We eat the Chick-fil-A or some shit. And then he's like, what movie do you want to watch? And I was okay, first of all, his bed was in the middle of the fucking living room. Okay, I walk into this establishment, I walk into this house, and the bed is in the middle of the goddamn living room. Hats, like caps, bitch, are being hung by nails on the wall. It's practically empty. There's like some tarps on one side. Like, I'm here thinking like, oh, I'm about to die. Like, I'm about to be deceased. Like, I'm about to die. And he's like, "Do you want anything to drink?" Da, 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 da. And I was like, "I guess." And so then I end up getting like a cocktail. He gave me a cocktail. Like, he gave me like a little like White Claw cocktail or some bullshit. Gives me that. We're eating our food. And then, I'm sitting on the bed thing, which I do not like that I'm doing. But like, he didn't have no couch, girl. He just had the bed in the middle of the room. And so I'm sitting down And then he's like, what type of movie do you want to watch? And then I was like, I don't really know and I don't really care. He was like, I can put on Buzz. And so then he put on Buzz Lightyear Girl on Disney Plus. And so he puts on Buzz Lightyear and we're watching Buzz Lightyear and I'm sitting there like sweat dripping down my back because I'm like, I'm not about to have sex with this man. Like, I don't want to have sex with this man. Like, no, 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 no. And then he starts trying to make a move and stuff, and he starts getting angry that I'm not wanting to have sex. And then at one point, I started to feel loose enough because of the alcohol. I was like, okay, maybe we will have sex. And then he started like filming my vagina or some shit. Like he was like, let me look at your vagina. And then he like put a flashlight on it, or maybe he filmed it. I don't know. But he did something to it. And he was about to slip it in without me knowing. And that was very terrifying. And I told him, whoa, get the fuck off me. Like, I didn't know that we were doing all that. Like, I didn't want you to slip it in just yet. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to tell. Also, where's the condom? It was like this whole situation. Long story short, I almost got to Buzz Lightyear. I almost got raped to while watching that movie. So that was probably the worst, situation that could have happened ever. Um, I feel like that's definitely one of the more crazier ones because he swore that he was going to take me out to dinner. I went to Chick-fil-A. He swore that he was going to be a gentleman, and then here he is fucking about to slip the fuck in without a fucking condom on. And I was just like, no, girl, like you cannot not have a condom on. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, absolutely the fuck not. So yeah. That was definitely one of the worst situations I think I've ever been in when it comes to like a date. Pet peeves. When people are like or like majorly incompetent. Like I'm okay with some incompetence, but like once the incompetence is like your whole personality, I don't know if I can handle the incompetence. Like I feel like incompetence is something that I just cannot handle when it comes to like people and things. Like it's like don't pretend. Nobody likes an actor. Okay, don't pretend. Don't pretend. Um, everyone knows what you did. You know what you did. Stop playing the oh I don't know what you're talking about. Like no, I don't like that shit. Um, fave solo date idea. Um, it's a solo date that I keep telling myself that I'm going to do and I keep promising myself that I'm going to do and I have yet to do it. But I really want to go to the freaking museums like alone and like have like a time with like, music in my ears, having a little moment to myself, you know what I mean? But I haven't done that yet. If anything, one of the best solo dates that I did have semi recently, like it was probably sometime last year. I went to Cheesecake Factory and I got myself a brownie sundae and I ate it by myself and then I went home. And that was the whole date. Like I literally just I got on the fucking, 50-minute bus ride, went to Cheesecake Factory, got myself my sundae, ate my sundae, was proud, and then I came the fuck back home. It was great. Creepy tent vibes. Like do I ever have like creepy tent stories or creepy tent vibes? There was two times where that neighbor knocked on the tent and that was freaky as fuck because it happened at 12 o'clock in the morning and I've never speak to that person, so it was weird that it happened and I still don't really have answers as to why it happened. All I know is that it happened at 12 o'clock in the morning and I was like, what is going on? Do I still do OF? No, I don't. I stopped the OF because I had like a realization and like an eye-opening moment where I was like, "Oh my god, this is like for men by men to men. Like this is so disgusting." Like once I realized how much of like a male service it was, it started to ruin it for me because at first it was just me feeling sexy and wanting to be sexy and wanting to be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like fond after, I guess. But then after a little while, it just kind of turned into like I have to do this, and that's what made it not fun anymore, and then it made it feel like not like, it just made it feel non-consensual to myself, you know what I mean? It felt like me, myself was not consenting to me, myself, you know? And so I just didn't really like the feeling that I got after, doing my content and stuff, and it used to be, like, fun and whatnot, but then it turned into, like, "Oh, like, this is just for a man," and, like, I'm starting to realize how gross that is, like, I don't wanna make content for men. So then I just stopped doing it and I deleted everything and I deleted my account and I do not have my OF anymore. Do I miss the money? Most definitely, but I don't miss the content that I had to make for it. Um, top 3 movies. Top 3 movies at the moment are Death to Smoochie. Um, Death to Smoochie is definitely I just recently watched this movie and it was so good. Honestly, Death to Smoochie is a big one. Death to Smoochie, it's directed by Danny DeVito, just so you know. Um I would say Death to Smoochie, George of the Jungle, because I watched it recently again and it's such a good fucking movie. Um, and then which other one? Death to Smoochie, George of the Jungle. And I know this isn't a movie, but Reba. That's such a good show. Okay. I don't really watch movies all that much, but Reba, I've been watching a lot of Reba McEntire and I absolutely love her show. Um, what is the oldest age I would date? The oldest age I would probably date is probably no more than 30. At least at the moment. I'm currently 25. I feel like 30 is good. Like that's like a good cutoff. I feel like any older and I'm getting scared again. So, I feel like 30 is my cutoff for how old I would date. But also it just depends. It honestly just depends. You know, for all you know, God is gonna send me a 45-year-old that like loves me to death or some shit and I love them back. But at least for like idealism, I would say 30. Um, do I want to be a mom slash how many kids would I want? Um, yes, I do want to be a mom. I'm not 100% sure though if I want to birth the children. That's where I kind of get lost in the scenario. I'm not 100% sure if I really want to birth the kid, but I do want to have 3 kids in total. So I want to have 2 children at first, have those 2 children, get them to like a certain age, probably like 16, 17, 18, and then I'll have my last child, which is going to be a little bit older because they're going to be adopted and you know, they'll be in the house for like 8 or 9 years and then, you know, they'll go about their business, they'll go about their life. But I really want 3 kids. Um, part of me wanted to have the first two be like I birthed, but at the same time, I am so scared of childbirth. So there is a chance I might just adopt all 3. Um, New Year resolutions. Honestly, the biggest one is just keeping my room clean. I feel like I'm starting to slack off just a little bit, so I definitely do have to do like a clean sweep today. Like I have to clean up today. But I definitely want to keep my room clean this year. Like I want to keep it clean for like most of the year. And I feel like that's like oh, and also health. Like I just want to take care of my health a little bit more. I don't really go to the doctor that much. I'm very proud of myself for last year by going to the dentist for the amount of times that I went because I got to fix my whole mouth at the dentist, but I don't really go to the doctor and I feel like I need to go to the doctor more often. So, I'm going to be doing that this year. Um how do you deal with your breaking point? How do I deal with my breaking point? Honestly, when it's like fully like my breaking point, I just go to the psych ward. I just go to the psych ward because it's like, if not, then it's like I might hurt myself or I might hurt others, and so I rather lock my ass up and I go to the psych ward. Um, if it's like regular breaking point, like a chill breaking point, I just cry. I have my day where I'm just super depressed and I cry and I tell myself constantly that whatever it is that I'm thinking is not real and that I'm just, you know, I'm just I don't know, like it's just something in the brain doing brain stuff, like try not to listen to it type shit. But if it gets really, really bad, I just go to the psych ward. Experiences with psychosis and bipolar. Honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy experiencing psychosis. It's crazy being around your family and genuinely, truthfully believing that they are trying to kill you, or that they're demons trying to kill you, or that they're demons trying to like take you to the afterlife, or that they're like, it's so freaky. It's so freaky being around loved ones and being like, I can't trust this person because I don't know them. Like, it's just like, it's not a fun experience to be in. um, it's also not a fun experience to go through the mood swings, go through like the temper changes, go through like everything about bipolar is honestly not fun. And I don't understand how I used to raw dog it because I used to raw dog it, girl. Like I used to not have medication at all. And I used to just raw dog life. And I don't know how I did it because for those 2 weeks that I didn't have my medication, later last year, it really, really, really effed me up. So yeah, no, it's not fun living with psychosis or bipolar disorder. It really is not. Um, not trusting your loved ones is probably the thing that hurts me the most. Um, what would I tell my 15-year-old self? Girl, I'm not saying be mad at the people around you for not helping you, but definitely understand that the people around you that are not helping you are going to help you later on in life. You know, and also break up with that person that you're with, bitch. Don't even get in a relationship, bitch. Please, oh my God, for the love of God, do not get in a relationship. Um, uh, What's my dream? What's my dream? Um, I don't know. What is my dream? I feel like my dream is honestly just to be happy, content, artistic, alive. You know what I mean? Like it's like I just anywhere where I'll be, I really just want to be able to have those things where it's like I'm happy, I'm content, and I'm artistic. Like I'm doing things having to do with what it is that I enjoy. I'm happy doing the things that I enjoy, and I'm healthy doing the things that I enjoy. Um, I don't know. I want to be fully happy. Like I just want to be happy. Whether it be with kids, whether it be not with kids, whether it be with a partner, not with a partner. I just want to be happy. And I love watching like sapphic TikToks where like they're just doing like arts and crafts all day, or they're building all day, or they're doing something, and like I love that, and I fiend for that. Like I fiend to have someone that like motivates me to want to continue, because I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I always have to motivate myself on, is to continue, like just continue being here. And I'm not saying I want to put that weight on someone, but just more so like I just want them being themselves makes me excited to like want to continue being myself, and being alive type shit. Like it's like, oh, like let's go do this, and then we go and do that, and then it reminds me of like why it's so fun being alive. Um Self-love and confidence journey. I always talk about this and I always say this, but honestly, I a lot of it comes from spite, and a lot of it comes from just honestly like getting to a point with yourself where you like kind of sit down with yourself and you tell yourself like, girl, you're only going to be here for so long, and you really want these nobodies, these people that are like stinky, or these people that are ugly, or these people that are like inside and out, you know what I mean? Like you're really going to let them affect you and can then like affect your existence, when it's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just, I don't know. Like, the thing I try to tell myself, I'm like, if they are judging me, what are they judging? And then I like look at myself and I'm like, so they're judging my clothes, or they're judging how I smell. Like, what? I guess they don't like the smell of flowers, maybe. They don't like the smell of chocolate or candy. They don't like the smell of like sweetness, because those are all my perfumes. They're very sweet. Or it's like maybe they don't like color, maybe they don't like ruffles. If it's because of my weight, girl, like what am I gonna do about that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's fucking ugly because she's fat. Okay, big fucking whoopee bitch. Like, it's not like this shit's gonna get away from my body anytime soon. It's not like I'm gonna lose weight anytime soon. At least not to the capacity where you're gonna be content. But I don't give a fuck about your contentness, bitch, because I want to be content. So it's like you just kind of have to tell yourself like, who really gives a fuck? And if they are judging me, what are they judging? Like, let's be so real right now. They're judging the way that I walk. Like, what if I have like an issue with my legs and they don't know, and they're just making fun of me? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many things that I can tell myself where it makes whatever people's assumptions or ideals of me just don't. You know what I mean? I'm just like, whatever. Who gives a shit? Um, Show or movie recs. I kind of already talked about it with the top 3 movies, but Death to Smoochie is a very, very huge recommendation I have. Very, very huge movie recommendation. And then TV show recommendation, it's gonna be Reba. I'm sorry. I just love Reba so much. Ideal partner. A partner that just pushes me to be my better self, and a partner that loves to hang out and just like be in each other's company. I really want someone that just loves to be in my company. And that's funny, and that makes me laugh, and I make them laugh, and like we just like mesh well, you know what I mean? Like we just have like good energy together. I just want to have good energy with my partner. um how do I motivate myself? Um, Honestly, I pull myself up by my G-string and handle mine. You know what I mean? Like that's all you really have to do. That's all you really can do. There's times where I'm like bed rotting and I'm all depressed and I'm all sad. I'm like, "Oh, fucking," and I'm doing all that. And the only thing that really helps me get up is just telling myself, like, just get up, just do it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Like, pull up yourself by your G string and handle yours, bitch. Like, just get the fuck up. And then I get up and I shower. And I feel like showering is one of the biggest motivators, because it's like you're cleansing your body of all that negative, self talk, all that negativity, all that nastiness. Like, you're washing yourself away from like whatever it is that's affecting you at the moment. And it just feels like such a cleansing ritual to wash yourself and to shower. And so honestly, having a shower is one of the best things that you can do to like motivate yourself to do what it is you want to do that day. Um, But in reality, it's just I just try to convince myself to get up. It's mainly me convincing myself to get up. Um, what made me start YouTube? Watching YouTubers at a young age. I mean, I used to watch YouTube back in 2009, 2008, girl. Like, I was on this platform. Like, I was watching everything. I would watch the Shaytars, I would watch CTFXC, I would watch Tobuscus, I would watch The Station, I would watch Take 180, girl. Y'all bitches don't know about Take 180, bruh. Like, I used to watch all of like the sketch channels, all of like the vlogging channels. Like, those were the channels that I love to watch. And to this day, I wish I could be like in like a little sketch group, but I don't even know how to do that or like how to even get into that. But like, oh my God, I don't know. The improv of it all on YouTube. I don't know. I absolutely love YouTube, and YouTube has always been a place where I felt like it was like home in a way, because it's just like, I don't know, I just love YouTube so much, and I've been watching it since the dawn of time, girl. I'm literally 25 and I'm still watching and creating on YouTube. And it's like, I don't know. If anything, I just wish I had my original videos, but I didn't have a channel back then. I was using my dad's channel, and then my dad's channel got deleted. So now I don't have any of those old videos, but I really, really love YouTube. I even used to, well, should I say that? Well, my father is also a YouTuber, so that was another thing. Like, but I wanted to be a YouTuber before he was a YouTuber. Okay, peace and love. I wanted to be a YouTuber from the dawn of time. He started his YouTube shit probably like in 2009, 2010. Ya ni me acuerdo, but whatever, girl. Also that whole pipeline as well, but mainly because I just wanted to do YouTube, because I wanted to do YouTube. Okay, this is my dream, god damn it. um Dream job slash place to live. Being a content creator, honestly, or being a entertainer of some sorts. I feel like that's honestly my dream job, is just being an entertainer of some sorts. Maybe I can entertain while helping or something, or I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I can work like at a nursery or something like that, and I'm like the entertainer, and then like, because you know what they say, laughs and smiles is what keeps people alive and shit. So it's like, I don't know. I really want to be an entertainer to some capacity, but like have it be like happiness. Like, I don't need sadness anymore. I don't think we need much sadness in the world. Um, Defining moment that made you who you are today. Uh, Honestly, my psychosis. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. My psychosis that I went through in, was it 2022, I want to say. I feel like that really shaped me into the person that I am. Like, that was, I don't know what that psychosis was, but it was a lot of things in one, and it just feels like it changed my perspective and my viewpoint on a lot of things, and it made it so a lot of other things wouldn't affect me the way that they used to, and now I'm more affected by other things. Like, it's just like, it just feels like that psychosis really, really warped my mind into like how to just live. And like, I slip in and out of it all the time, in the sense of like, I feel like I'm doing so good at living for like a whole week, and then like there's a day where I'm just like, I'm not doing that great at being alive. And like, I kind of slip a little bit into like depression, because I'm just like, fuck, like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. But it honestly just feels like my psychosis did a lot when it comes to like how it is I go about existence. And it really was a very pivotal moment in my life. um what are your long-term goals? Relationship, housing, and kids. Long-term goals, not right now. Like, as in, like, I'm not having kids right now. I know I'm not gonna get married right now, and I know I'm not gonna like get a house anytime soon. Um, so right now it's more of just like, let's hope. Let's hope that's even a possibility, especially for this generation. This generation tends to not really have the best of luck when it comes to being able to go and have an existence that doesn't cost 20 millions of dollars. But honestly, I do want a relationship, but I don't think it's in the forefront of my mind as much as it once was. I think right now making money is in the forefront of my mind. Like, being stable financially is in the forefront of my mind. I haven't been on any of the dating apps. I haven't done any of that. So it's just like, it feels like this year is the year for me to get my money up. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my money up. Um and then for kids, I feel like my cutoff is 40 years old. What gave you the idea of the bedroom tent? Um, the idea of the bedroom tent came from me having to move back home, but the entire house was already filled up with people. So there was no space for me inside of the house, but obviously I needed somewhere to live. So I told my mom, I was like, can I just live in a tent in the backyard? And honestly, the tent has gone through upgrades because the very first tent just fit my bed. Like the very, very first tent that I had only fit my bed. And then the next tent that I had fit my bed and also like a couple other things. And that's the green tent that you guys got to see. And then this tent is like the last rendition of the tent. Well, technically the second to last rendition of the tent. Because this is the second one of this exact tent that I've gone because the other one died. It completely fell apart. So that one was done and over with. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted space. I wanted to be able to have a space to call my own. I wanted to have a bedroom, and since it wasn't possible to do it inside of the actual house, it's like I was just trying to I was just kind of gripping at straws to see what else I could do, and this was like the most cost effective and affordable way to do it. Granted, there is downsides to it. Obviously there's always downsides to everything, but but I feel like I just deal with the downsides. Like the biggest downside is that whenever it rains, the floor gets incredibly wet. So I need to make sure that I have everything off the floor by the time that it starts to rain. Also, we did go through a flood not that long ago, and so that got rid of a lot of my belongings. Thankfully, a lot of my stuff was high up enough to where it didn't get ruined, but a lot of my stuff did get ruined. So there's that as well. And then once I move out, how big of a house slash apartment would I want? Um I'd be happy with like a studio, honestly. As long as I can fit all of my belongings comfortably in there, I really don't care, you know what I mean? Um, but as long as I can fit my belongings, honestly. Three wishes. I hit 100K on YouTube. That's a really big wish of mine. I wish I could hit 100K on YouTube. I just, oh my god, the possibilities of it all, you know what I mean? But hitting 100K on YouTube would be huge for me. Um Right now we hit 25K. We finally hit 25K. We finally reached the 25K mark. But I definitely want to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like I feel like that's like the biggest thing. So definitely that. Uh Always water to drink. I always want to have water. I never want to run out of water. I hate whenever I run out of water, and I never want to run out of water. So I want to always have water to drink. And um for me to be financially stable enough to support my mother. Let's be so real right now. I want to be able to support her financially, and I want to be able to like have her be able to lean on me when necessary. And I want to be financially fruitful. I really really want to be financially fruitful. How long do you plan on doing YouTube? I plan on doing it for as long as God wants me to, okay? I love doing YouTube. I love being on YouTube, and um, I don't see myself ever really walking away from it to any capacity. Um, I have walked away in the past, but it's never been like a walk off. It's always just been like I need a breather. But I love YouTube. I honestly will be on YouTube for as long as I humanly possibly can. Um, Tips on dating bipolar. Uh, Really, you just need a lot of understanding. It's just a lot of understanding and a lot of um but also, like, on top of that, like, the person needs to be able to be accountable for the things that they've done in their bipolar moments, but that also doesn't change the fact that you aren't supposed to have some empathy during their bipolar moments because it's not like they can really control them, you know what I mean? As long as your partner is apologizing and, like, rectifying the wrongs that they've done, I feel like it's you know what I mean? You just have to understand that a lot of the things that they say is not that they're not true, because I don't want you to think that they're not true, because sometimes they are true. It's just more so um the things that get said because they've reached a breaking point. You know what I mean? Like a regular person would be able to have the conversation within the first iterance of like having that thing happen. I feel like with bipolar, it's like you keep holding on, you keep holding on, you keep holding on, you keep holding on until you finally explode. Um and I feel like, at least for me, the thing that makes me super mad is when people act scared around me, or whenever people think I'm going to hurt them or something, or whenever people, and it's like, so I'm not allowed to be angry to any capacity of the word, because the second I'm angry, all of a sudden I'm violent in your mind. Like, it's just like, there's just certain things that piss me the fuck off, but it's like, there's not much I can really do except for tell them that, hey, like, you're pissing me off. And they're like, well, I don't feel, you know what I mean? Like, whatever the fuck. So let's just like, you just have sympathy with the person being able to have emotions. Like, I don't understand why with bipolar disorder, like, we are just expected to not have any amount of emotion, because once we have any amount of emotion, it's like, oh, there goes the bipolar. And it's just like, okay, so I'm not allowed to experience anything. I can't experience sadness, I can't experience anger, I can't experience frustration. I just have to be the whole fucking time, or all of a sudden I'm going through a fucking split. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucking annoying. Anyways, changes in the past 3 years. I got my teeth fixed. I'm not an alcoholic anymore. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm as happy as I can be right now. My room is clean. Definitely does need to tidying up, but it's clean at the very least. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's all I can really think of. I mean, I'm very happy with my teeth. I'm very happy with the fact I'm not an alcoholic anymore. And I'm very happy with the fact that my room is staying clean. And I know there's probably other changes and I'm just not thinking of them right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very happy with where I've gone from, like where I've gone. And then my sexuality and my last hookup. So my sexuality, I am bisexual. Um, I thought I had that on my channel, but I guess I don't. But I am bisexual. I enjoy both men and women. Um, and well, technically, I'm more pansexual than anything because I enjoy everybody. But I like saying bisexual because I don't know, I like the colors of the bisexual flag. Okay, um, but yeah, so I just enjoy people. I enjoy humans. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm bisexual. And then and then for last hookup, it was last year, girl, in January. No, in February? No, January. It was in January of last year. So, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Um it's been a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in the, in the crazy psychosis fucking manic episode fucking like I'm just going to go and fuck someone and then I regret it. I haven't done that in a minute, so we're all Gucci, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is that on that. There goes all of the questions and all the answers to everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed me answering your questions, answering your cues. But yeah, I am gonna go now. I'm gonna go wash this off of my face. But I love you guys and thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much to everyone who sent questions in. And yeah, I really hope you guys have a great, beautiful day /week/month. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you guys.